Good afternoon, dear students. I have received a request to briefly discuss the spoliation remedy with you. So, let's see if we can quickly cover the basics. For those of you who are unaware, this deals with section 14.5 in the textbook, and you will find this on page 226 and further. As always, we will start with the definition in a moment, but first take note of this other phrasing that we have here, which says Mandament van spolie, and take note that this is the common law naming of the spoliation remedy. Right, first off, definition. The spoliation remedy is a summary remedy, usually issued upon urgent application, usually, aimed at restoring control of property, to the applicant from whom it was taken by means of, and very important, unlawful self-help. And when the court looks at whether to apply this remedy or not, it does not look at all at the merits of the application. No reference to the merits. So let's take a quick look at an example. Over here you will see that we have a thief on the side and the owner on this side. And of course, since we're dealing with property law, we have to have some sort of property. In this case, if you cannot readily recognize my nice drawing, this is an iPhone XX. We are in the future with this subject. So, typical situation, something happens. A thief steals the iPhone from the owner. Right, and the thief gets away with this. Unfortunately for the thief, this iPhone is put into a very nice lurid red case. You don't see many of these around, and it's quite bulky. So 2 days later, the owner is walking down the street, and lo and behold, the owner sees the thief walking with the iPhone in his hand, talking on it. It still has a very nice red cover on it. Now the owner runs after the thief, gives the thief a very, very hard hitting piece of mind with the fist, and grabs the phone back and walks off. In other words, we have a situation here where the owner has assaulted the thief and has taken back the property by means of self-help. Right. What to do. And this is where the spoliation remedy comes in. Spoliation remedy is there to prevent self-help. So in this case, our thief, feeling very sorry for himself, can go to the court and institute a spoliation remedy, asking the court to order the owner to give back the property of the owner to the thief. Crazy, eh? Right. Remember what the reason is for this remedy. The reason for this remedy is basically to prevent self-help. Let's write it down here. To prevent self-help. In other words, it is there to prevent the situation where people take the law into their own hands. It sounds a little bit unfair, but let's see where we're going with this. Okay, so what do we need for this remedy to succeed? What are the requirements? You will see we need two things. First off, we need proof. Proof that the applicant was in peaceful and undisturbed control of the property. And secondly, proof that the respondent took or destroyed that control by means of unlawful self-help or spoliation. So let's quickly go back to the example. We see that the thief was in peaceful and undisturbed control of the property. The thief was using the owner's phone, having a nice chat with his girlfriend, and the owner came along and assaulted the thief to take back the phone. And the owner, in this case, will be the respondent, and the owner took away that control by means of unlawful self-help or spoliation. Quite clear. So, make very sure that you take a look at the available defenses against a spoliation remedy. Have a look at the bottom of page 233, going on to 234. Make sure that you understand which defenses are not allowed. And there are a number of them, but they basically come down to the fact that you cannot say, well, I was the owner, it was my property, and therefore I was allowed to take it back. Right. Rights do not come into play here. We don't investigate whether the person who had control of the property had any right to be in control. And then also take a look at which defenses are in fact allowed. Finally, when can the poor owner grab back the cell phone? Let's quickly look at this example. Let's say it's not the cell phone that we're talking about, but it's a very nice handbag. You can see this is a nice brand name Gucci handbag, and it's full of bling. Right, so the owner is walking along the sidewalk, and the thief comes along and grabs onto the handbag. While the thief is tugging one way and the owner is tugging the other way, the owner is of course quite able to defend their possession and their property. Even if the thief would manage to grab the bag and run away down the street, if the owner is able to pursue the thief and grab the bag back, that will be what we call counter spoliation. Okay, so it has to be immediate and it has to be reactive. If you see the thief walking with your nice bling bling handbag 2 hours later, you would not be able to rely on counter spoliation anymore. You have to approach the police and all the courts to get back your property. I hope this has helped, and have a lovely afternoon.